Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Chelsey. I collect cute things, I make cute things, I sell cute things, I just really like cute things. In today's video I'm going to show you how I made these little sanrio charms. I absolutely love them. They're based off these plushies that I've seen on Pinterest. So I went on Pinterest, having a little scroll through, thinking what cute things can I make for, today's video. And I seen these plushes and I was like, oh my goodness, I need to make the polymer clay charm versions of these. So I've switched it up a little bit, done a few little different colours, but tried to base them off of the plushes themselves that obviously I've seen. They do have little mushroom hats on, which I think is absolutely adorable. And I'm just so happy with how the charms have turned out. So anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video and let's get straight on into the DIY. Oh wait, before I do want to say a huge thank you, by the way, on my last video when I asked you to give it a like, give it a comment, that sort of stuff. The engagement was amazing and I'm so grateful for you all. So yeah, just wanted to say a quick thank you and I'm gonna get into the DIY.
So to start off with, I used a mix of white polymer clay as well as the usual beige pale kind of pink colour that I use. I always leave the exact clay that I use down in the description. I just buy this on Amazon in £1 bars. I've actually run out, so that's why I mixed the two colours, no other reason other than that. So to start off with making the shapes of the little clay pieces, I rolled a ball out and just pinched it together at the top, kind of making like almost like this little strawberry like shape. That's the only way I could describe it, like an upside down strawberry. In the thicker part, I then took a small piece of like craft wire, just cut that off with my like wire cutters and stuck that in the bottom as a little bit of extra support. To make the body part, I actually just scrunched up a small ball of clay, just pinching out two sides to kind of make the arm parts, as well as keeping like the body part quite thick. Hopefully that makes sense, but I just kind of shaped it out really with my fingers and then used a Cricut tool to kind of make this shape. So it's almost like, I don't know, a T. Anyway, I used my Cricut tool then to divide that thicker bit up to make the little kind of feet, legs portions into like the body part, so it's all still one kind of part. You can do this in separate, but I quite like the way it looks when it's all like one. So I used the Cricut tool just to kind of sculpt around, mold around and really define those pieces. For this particular piece here, I am making the Hello Kitty charm, so I'm adding a small bow to the top of the head just by adding two circles together, making indents like so with the Cricut tool, and then adding a small ball in the center. I just pressed that down into place and went back in with the Cricut tool to really define those kind of creases in the bow on a Hello Kitty's head, and once that was done, I just inserted an eye pin into the opposite side. I then set that aside and started on the neck shape. So basically just did the exact same with the body and the head there, but without the bow, and I just added on two long ears to make Cinnamoro's kind of ears. So in order to do this, I just rolled a piece of clay out onto the tile, kind of really angled my finger down to kind of taper one of the edges and just stuck that on one either side of the head. I did make sure to put the eye pin down in place first so that I could make sure I got the ears in the place without messing them up afterwards. I having to put the eye pin in afterwards, so yeah, that really helped out. To make Pom Pom Purin, I also did the exact same. The ears are a tiny bit shorter and I added two little balls on top to make Pom Pom Purin's head. Once I had all of those pieces, I baked in the oven at 110 degrees Celsius for around about half an hour for these pieces, as the heads are quite chunky and I thought half an hour would do just fine. Once out, I added a layer of white acrylic paint on to all the pieces, making sure to add, quite a few layers to Hello Kitty as well as Cinnamoro. Then on Pom Pom Purin, I made sure to paint it a nice pale yellow colour. It's hard to show up on camera, but it is a pastel yellow, I promise. You can see it kind of better in this screen. And we're going in with a smaller paintbrush. I went in and painted on all of those details, including the costumes and the mushroom kind of hats. To paint on the mushroom hats, I really just focused on keeping that oval clear where their faces would be, and then just coloured in the rest kind of part of like the strawberry shape bit at the top. When I first saw these characters with the mushroom hats on, I actually thought they were strawberries, but then I realised they were mushrooms and I thought they were instantly way cuter, so I decided to make them into charms myself. But I changed the colours and everything like that on them. So yeah, with the Hello Kitty one, I kept it in the like normal red toadstool shade. With Pom Pom Purin, I just did it in a darker yellow as I seen on the original plush. Then for Cinnamoro, I actually switched it up a little bit and did a dark blue, as I thought that would be quite interesting, just putting it with, like their colour scheme. I thought that would look gorgeous, so I just painted the hat on this one in the blue. With Hello Kitty, they did have like little kind of overalls, dungarees on, so I actually painted that in the light blue and added a light pink bow just to match the bow on her little hat. So I painted on all of those bits, painted on the little bow on the outfit as well in the same coordinating colour, and added some little buttons down it in a white. Couldn't work out if Cinema or Pom Pom Purin had costumes on. They kind of looked like their bodies were kept just normal, so I just kept them really simple, really plain, and just, you know, painted on coordinating bows, as well as painting Pom Pom Purin's hat in the original brown colour that it usually is. To go in with the mushroom theme, I just used a Posca paint pen once all the hat bits were dry, and I painted on some small circles. This was much easier to do with a Posca paint pen rather than a dot and tool and stuff, because I'd have to do a couple layers. Posca paint pen in this circumstance worked out really, really well, and I'm really happy that I chose to use that. The Posca paint pen that I'm using is one of the ones with a felt tip kind of nibs, and this is the PC3M, if anyone's wondering what this exact size is. Once I had all of those details on, I just went and kind of secured those all down before I put the faces on, because I didn't want to mess up any of my paint jobs. So I just glazed it a couple of times using UV resin, curing it with a UV light. To add on the faces and stuff afterwards, like I said, I glazed to begin with and then painted them on, just in case I messed them up. I didn't want to mess up any of my paint work that I've just spent so much time on. So I used a dot and tool for the eyes and a little pin for their mouths and stuff, so I got really, really delicate, kind of like really just nice little features. Once I had those bits painted on, all their faces fully correct, and I was really, really happy with them, I let that paint dry once again, and then I glazed it once again just to secure all of those in, curing it down with my UV light. Once that was all done, I then just added the metal finding. So for my charms, I always use double split rings. I do use 2 pairs of pliers to apply these, so I use a split ring kind of set of pliers, like it's there specifically for that, to open up the split rings. I use that to split open the split rings, and then use a small pair of pliers like so, which do have a built-in wire cutter, just to twist that jump ring around onto the lobster clasp. I find the double split rings to be the most secure. It's the only type of jump rings that I do use on my own charms, so yeah, but good recommendation there. So this is how the Cinnamora one turned out. The Pom Pom Purin one has turned out. Absolutely love that. And the Hello Kitty one there as well. I actually think Hello Kitty might be my favourite one out of all 3 of these charms. Just love them. On the back they are quite plain, still with the details, and then on the front is where all the magic happens with all their faces and everything. So yeah, that's how the 3 charms have turned out.
And that is the end of today's video. I hope you have enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let me know which one was your favourite, whether it was Pom Pom Purin, Cinnamora, or Hello Kitty. Actually, usually, right, I don't like Hello Kitty that much. I think she's, you know, a bit boring. Just because I've known about Hello Kitty since I was literally a kid and had so many Hello Kitty things. But I really, really like this charm. I think it just looks adorable, and all the colours together are so cute. And yeah, really happy with that one. So I think that was my favourite out of the 3. So yeah, let me know which one's yours down in the comments, and I will see you very soon for another video. Yeah, bye.